Hello and welcome and hello to the third episode of the Four Wheeled Quinn Podcast. I'm your host, Four Wheeled Quinn, and today we have a great show for you. Action-packed, ready to go with some fast and furious action. We're talking about some face stuff, we're talking about some lifting stuff, and I'm going to talk to you about Fast X. So stick with me. First off, I want to thank all the troops that have given their lives to serve this country. I come from a military family, so Memorial Day, Veterans Day, Independence Day, they've all been really important to my family growing up as a kid. So I just want to say thank you to all the troops that have sacrificed their lives and given their lives to serve this great country. And, you know, the country can be amazing sometimes and it cannot be amazing some other times, but I would just really want to thank everybody who put their lives on the line for this country to make it a better place. So in this podcast, you're going to get an exclusive Four Wheeled Quinn announcement today, which is going to be pretty exciting. I have a big piece of news that I'm going to deliver on this podcast today, and it's going to be the first time most of you guys will be hearing about it. So it's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be some pretty good news. So I'm excited to share this with you guys and excited to kind of get into this and chop it up a little bit. So first off, today we have some fitness stuff. I have a little bit of a lifting update for you. So I've still been lifting in the gym. I'm lifting 3 times a week in the gym. One day is a chest day. The next day is a back day. And then the third day is a chest and back day. And then I'm still doing leg day at physical therapy. What's pretty cool is I'm getting my own walker in about 2 weeks. It's going to be delivered to Mary Free Bed, so I will be able to walk in the gym, on the track, you know, kind of CP stupid my way down, and it's going to be really amazing and really incredible. I'm really looking forward to that. Other than my time in the gym, I've been really hitting the at-home workouts pretty hard. I've really been focusing on trying to keep the muscles as active as possible. I've been using TheraBands. I've been using dumbbells that I bought for home, and I've been still doing my weighted sit-ups and my regular sit-ups, and I've just been staying around the same weight. I'm sticking around 120 right now, which is my average weight. But I think I'm exchanging some muscle for some fat because I know I'm getting stronger, and it's been a good ride. So far I can, since the beginning of this newly found fitness journey, I've always been in the gym for the past 2 years, but I'm really trying to hit it hard so I can compete in powerlifting. I've been really trying to hit it hard and hit it fast and furious, no pun intended. So I can eventually compete in powerlifting, and since then I've been seeing great strides, especially in my biceps. I've been hitting biceps a lot more lately, which has been great. I've been hitting those at least 3 or 4 times a week, and now I've been seeing some marked improvement in my bicep strength. I can now curl 25 pounds no problem, which I was not able to do previously as smoothly. I've been able to do it for a while, but it wasn't smooth, it wasn't easy. Now I can do 90 reps of bicep curls at 25 pounds with relative ease, and so that's been going good. All my fitness stuff has been going phenomenal, fantastic, and I can't complain. You know, I love working with my trainers. I love working with my physical therapist, and my physical therapist actually told me the other day, she said, Quinn, you know, at some point, you know, you're going to have to take a break from coming in here. And I said, what? And she said, well, you progressed so far that there's only so much more we can do for you in physical therapy right now until you need something else. And I said, well, I might need something else. I might need to work out my upper body. She says, no, your upper body's strong enough. She says, there's only so much we can do once we actually give you that walker. So it's a little bit disappointing with the idea of not going to physical therapy on a regular basis anymore, but we'll see what happens when these next couple months come up. So yeah, that's pretty much the update on my physical fitness side of things. Things are going pretty well. I did back off of the calories a little bit. I was hitting 1700, but then I did some research and I did the math, and turns out that a good bulk for me right now would be around 1650. So I've been hitting 1650 calories, getting 120 grams of protein. And I've learned that when you pursue a very high protein diet, it's very important to hit them fiber targets. Otherwise, you you won't be hitting anything else, like that porcelain pony, if you know what I'm saying. But so it's very important to hit your fiber targets, because yeah, without it, you're gonna get it's gonna be a nightmare. And I learned that pretty quick. So I've been hitting my fiber targets, been hitting my protein targets, been hitting my carb targets, and I've been seeing a lot of success in the gym and a lot of muscle gain, and that's been phenomenal and great, and I've been loving my results. So next up, we have a little bit of fandom stuff. We have the Fast and Furious X review from Quinn Daniel. Now, I am going to keep this short. I'm going to try not to spoil much, but I will say, as a huge fan of the franchise, I have noticed a slight dip in quality ever since number 7. Number 8 was not so great. Number 8 was good. It was just really, really packed. And it was almost so packed and so convoluted, it was kind of hard to follow. Number 9, I feel like they experimented a little bit. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I was in the camp that I thought it was good. I thought it was good that they experimented a little bit, brought in a little bit of the past, and kind of made a different film than what we're used to with the Fast and Furious franchise. Number 10, I feel like was getting back to the basic Fast and Furious formula. Now, the biggest standout I will say for number 10 was Jason Momoa as the villain of this franchise, of this movie. He did a phenomenal job, and I feel like his whole performance was almost a callback to Heath Ledger Joker in a way, and I feel like it was just a great he's just a great antithesis to Dom. When Dom is all about order and structure and family and togetherness, this guy is all about chaos. So in a way, he's kind of got that same anarchist vibe that Heath Ledger had The Dark Knight, and I feel like he compares to Dom in such a foil type of scenario where he's just the antithesis, the opposite, and they play off each other so well, and I love him as a character. Other people that were new to the franchise were Brie Larson and Alan Richardson, and honestly, I've never been a huge fan of Brie Larson. Outside of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, I don't feel like she can really bring the thunder acting wise, and that's just my opinion. Captain Marvel, she plays one note the whole time and it's kind of deadpan. This movie, Fast and Furious, she tries to play more of an energetic side, and it just shows how much she's just like kind of wooden in her performance. And you know, when you're comparing that to the rest of the actors in Fast and Furious, you know, that's kind of sad. You know, because I would say that they've all matured a lot acting wise since the franchise started. Ludacris in Fast and Furious 2, you watch him and it's kind of like his performance was and he's gotten a lot better. Same with Tyrese was always good, but a lot of these performances, you know, started off a little bit wooden. But Brie Larson has some experience in this world already, in this big budget action world, so you'd expect her to come with a little bit more better acting chops, but it just feels like the whole time she's reading off a script. A good standout from this new movie would be Alan Richardson as this new character. I think he did a good job, and I think that his character is gonna be a good dynamic in the future of these movies. One thing I will say that is kind of a spoiler is this movie ends on a cliffhanger. So if you go to this movie and you're expecting it to end the same way that all the Fast and Furious movies end, well, prepare to be shocked and disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but shocked and left hanging like a good cliffhanger does. So overall, I loved Fast X. You know, it was a great return to like the good Fast and Furious formula while bringing in some new elements like Jason Momoa being such a standout villain compared to the regular mobster that we usually see in Fast and Furious, or like these insane haggard people that they brought in for the last few movies. I think that it's gonna shape up to be a good ending of the franchise, even though we all know it's not going to be the end of the franchise. But I feel like it's going to be a good shape up for this particular set of movies to be ending within, if it's going to be a sequel or 2 trilogies or whatever it's going to be. I can't keep track anymore. But I feel like it's going to be a good way to kind of sum up the franchise, and I'm here for it. I'm down for it. Let's go. I can't wait till the next one comes out. I don't know what they're going to call it. Fast X2, Fast Extreme, Fast extroverted. I don't know. Just whatever. Just make it. Just release it, and I'll go see it. All right. So a little bit of a faith update. I have had a sense of renewed faith in just the way that I've been digging into the Bible recently, and I've been listening to Christian podcasts. I've been absorbing Christian media like a sponge because I feel like I was in a really dark spot for a minute. And I feel like God brought me out of that spot. And I feel like the more I put into my faith into God, the more I read the Bible, the more I participate in biblical learning, and the more I get out of life and the richer I feel. So lately, I've been starting the day with like a half hour to 45 minutes of Bible reading. And I've been doing a couple devotionals. One devotional I've been doing is the Bible by the Bible Project. So it's a whole Bible in a year. I've read through the majority of the Old Testament and most of the New Testament in the regular Bible form. I've read through the comic book version of the Bible, which is called the Action Bible. I've read through that twice. I've done devotionals. I've been in church for a long time. So I know a lot of the biblical text already, but this is the first time that I want to get a straight shot reading all the way through for 1 year. Another devotional I've been doing is Proverbs. So I've been doing a devotional about Proverbs, and that's been really good. It's going to take me through all of Proverbs within a month, and that's been really good as well. So without further ado, I guess it's time for that big update I promised. So, a lot of you people know that I was in seminary school for a little bit. I was in this program called Christian Leaders Institute, and I was doing really well. I took a class, Christian Apologetics. I ended up getting a 98.8 in that class because I loved the subject. I was very devoted to it. But I kind of slowed down for a minute because I signed up for the second class. It was ethics, and it didn't grab me the same way, and I didn't feel the same passion towards it. So I told myself I was going to take a break. Cut to about 2 weeks ago. I'm praying to God and I'm saying, what should my path in life be? Because another thing I've been doing is writing daily prayer journal. And I was praying to God and saying, what should my path be in this life? Should it be a power lifter, or should it be a man of God, a man of faith, a pastor? And I just got the overwhelming feeling that I should do both. And that's the way I think God talks to me personally, is I just get these gut intuitions when I'm praying. And so I was feeling the urge to bring it all together. So I made this Instagram video. It was like a prayer video that had some footage from my fitness journey. It ended up getting a lot of attention. It has almost 10,000 views on Instagram, and it has almost 2,000 likes, which is very cool. But part of that process was I was on the Bible app the next night because, like I've been saying, I've been in the Bible a lot lately. And I went and I had the urge to go to the video, check out the video. And I discovered within the YouVersion Bible app, there was a video series from this company called Seminary Now. So I was looking into what Seminary Now is, and it's kind of like the school that I was going to, but it's a little bit faster paced. So through Seminary Now, I've re-enrolled in seminary school. And I never dropped out of Christian Leaders Institute. I still plan to take a few classes from there just for knowledge, but you can get your ministry certificate a lot faster, and it's a lot more professionally done through Seminary Now. So I decided to sign up for Seminary Now, and within 2 weeks, I completed my first course, which was on building a church, which I have no plans. Right now, I have no plans to build my own church. I just, that level of commitment right now with my other job in real estate, I could not do that. And I am not leaving my other job in real estate by any means. But I took a lot from that class in terms of building my social media brand, in terms of Four Wheeled Quinn, in the context of faith and religion and what I wanted to do for the community. And I just have this new goal in mind, in my heart, and really it's I want to create a nationwide community for disabled Christians. Now, they say in this class you should start small. And I've already kind of done that because I lead a Bible study for a few disabled people in my local church that I go to. But yeah, I just want to, over the years, to expand Four Wheeled Quinn into kind of this organization that can bring together disabled Christians. And they don't have to be disabled, but I feel like the message we can bring towards our community and the positivity we can bring towards individual outlooks of the disabled community can be something great. I feel like that is something right now that is relatively untapped. And I feel like it might be my mission in life to bring something like that together. I've always felt like my whole life I was meant for something great. And I think this might be it. I'm not quite sure, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get there, but my goal is to build an organization where the disabled community can be upfront and open about their faith, no matter what their circumstance, and really where anyone can be open and upfront about their faith. So that's the direction that I'm taking Four Wheeled Quinn, and my announcement was I am back in seminary school with the program Seminary Now. I plan to take a couple years to really lock in my seminary knowledge through Christian leaders and Seminary Now. I'm gonna keep taking classes and really bone up on everything I need to know to be a successful pastor of this disabled platform. I wouldn't call it a congregation because, like I said, I have no plans to build a church, but I would call it a platform, and I really want to build up this platform to a place where disabled people can be united in their faith within their Christianity. So that's Four Wheeled Quinn episode 3, the podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Like, comment, and subscribe on Facebook. Do all the things that you do. And I will see you in the next one.